Hello everyone. In this lecture, we are going to discuss about arrays basic operations on arrays. Python arrays. In Python, in order to store the collection of items, we have list and tuple already. Python arrays are not built-in data types. You need to import the module, whereas list, tuple, set, dictionary, and strings are used to store sequence of items. But lists in Python are the most flexible and commonly used data structure for sequential language. They are similar in other programming languages, but with several key differences. Those differences are dynamic typing. Python list can hold elements of different items in the same list. We can have an integer, a string, and even other lists all stored within a single list. That is dynamically typing a collection of heterogeneous items. Whereas dynamic resizing also list. Lists are dynamically resized, meaning you can add or remove elements without declaring the size of the list upfront. Generally, in other programming languages, if you take like C, initially when you declare itself, you have to tell the compiler how much amount of space required, how many values you are going to store. And later on, after declaration, if you want to increase to 12 items, if you are trying to store, that is not possible. And the other key difference is built-in methods. Python lists come with numerous built-in methods that allow for easy manipulation of elements within them, including methods for appending, removing, sorting, and reversing elements. There are many built-in methods available with the list. By using those built-in methods, you can complete your task easily. These are the major key differences uh, in the list when we discuss the differences between arrays and list. Let's suppose an array A is equals to collection of heterogeneous items, and see it is a one is an integer, hello is a string, and one more list also as a member. As an element, right? When you try to add 2, it will be added at the end of the array. There is a built-in method available, built-in function available that will add the given element at the end of the given list. A, that is. So that it prints 1, hello, 3.4 volt, and 2 will be added at the end. Python does not have built-in array support. In the same way that languages like C and Java. In C and Java, arrays are built-in support, but it provides something similar through the array module for storing elements in a single type. Whereas lists are also acted as arrays, but it is a collection of heterogeneous items. And it doesn't store the elements in the contiguous fashion in the memory. So those are the major differences. But if at all, if you want to store of similar type of data, you will be having a module that is array. Array module is available similar to header file or library. That module you can store the elements of single type, and another you will be having numpy module. Numpy arrays are a part of numpy library, and which is a powerful tool for numerical computing in Python. These are designated for high performance operations on large volumes of data and support multi-dimensional arrays and matrices. So this makes ideal for complex mathematical computations and large-scale data processing. Whenever you want to compute large-scale data, you can go with NumPy arrays. The key features are multi-dimensional support. NumPy arrays can handle more than one dimension, and making them suitable for matrix operations and more complex mathematical constraints. Broadcasting capabilities, they can perform operations between arrays on different sizes and shapes, known as broadcasting. And efficient storage and processing. NumPy arrays are stored more efficiently than Python list and provide optimized performance for numerical operations. These are the main key features: multidimensional support and broadcasting, efficient storage and processing in NumPy arrays. So whenever you want to create an array or to store similar kind of data in NumPy arrays, first you have to import a module NumPy. Um, One thing here is Python is object oriented programming language. Everything will be treated as an object. You have to, whenever you want to use the functions, you have to create an object. With that object, you have to call the functions in a class. Now, first you have to import NumPy. Instead of calling, we will use one alias NumPy always np. And you are creating an array is a function which is in NumPy module. So np dot array is a function which is used to create an array collection of values that will be stored in ARR. Okay. Element wise operations. ARR star 2 means every element of the array will be multiplied with 2. So ARR you will be having 1, 2, 3, 4, and every element of this array is multiplied with 2, so that you get 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay. And then multi-dimensional arrays. This is one dimensional. And if at all, if you want to create two-dimensional arrays, uh, uh, np dot array, a list contained one more list. List contained list of items. This will be at 0th index and this will be at 1 index, and this is 0 1 0 1. If you want to access this one 0 0 0 1 like that, it is a two-dimensional array, and every element of the two-dimensional array is trying to multiply with 2, and that we are trying to print, so that every element will be multiplied with 2, so that you will get 2 4 6 8 as output. These are NumPy arrays. It's a separate module, but we will be having arrays also. Is a collection of items stored at contiguous memory locations. The idea is to store multiple items of same data type together. Whereas list and tuple are collection of heterogeneous data items, means different data items will be stored together under a single name. Unlike Python list, arrays must have all the elements of same type. Well, list is mixed types. Array is same type. Having only homogeneous elements make memory efficient. So how to use? First you have to import array module, alias name as ARR I have given. How to create? While creating, uh, you have to, with the object you have to call array dot array. This is how we create array of integers, whereas I here is there are different type codes. For whenever you want to create integer array, you have to give the type code and list of elements. The type code you have specified I means where you are trying to create an array of signed integers. Okay, integers. So like that you can create any type of array. That is B if you have specified signed character, capital B unsigned character, and U means Unicode characters, H signed short, capital H unsigned short, I signed int, capital I unsigned int, L small l signed long, so on like this. If you want to create float array, F, and double array, D. Like that you have to create. Here I have given type code, means ARR dot array. Array is a predefined function. And syntax is type code you have to specify and list of elements. Okay. So the successful execution of this line will return array A, and you can access the elements with the index similar to normal arrays in other programming languages, is similar to list index. 0 1 2 3 so on index will be A of 0. A of 0 is nothing but Zeroth index 1, first index, second index. A of 0 means it will return 1. Adding element. Whereas in C programming, arrays are not dynamic. Arrays are static. Means later on, if you want to add one more element into that array after declaration, it is not possible. But Python arrays are dynamic in nature. Means if you want to add, you can add even after also. Append 5 means for array A, you are trying to add at the end the value 5, means for this array 5 will be added at the end. When you try to print A, it prints nor list will be printed only list of elements like this, whereas arrays will be printed with the type code. It will print something like this at console. Okay. So the output of this is 1, A of 0, and after adding 5, it will be 1, 2, 3, 5. It will be added at the end, the element will be. And these are the different type codes, as I said. Depends on your requirement, you have to mention the type. Let's say you want to create a character array, you have to give B like that. Okay. Creating an array in Python. How to create? Array in Python can be created by importing the first step. First, you have to import the module. Okay. First step, you have to import the module. This is how we import. Import array as ARA. Complete array module will be imported here. In that, if you want to create array, first data type codes, as I said, there are different types of codes, I said, right? That type code and value list you have to use to create array in Python with data type and value list specified in its arguments. Okay. First you have to import the module, then array, type code, which type of array you are trying to create, and then the list of items. Okay. Now after this, if you want to print all the elements one by one, either you can print A. Print the name of the array is A, so that it will print the elements as array, type code, comma, and as a list 1, 2, 3 will be printed at console. No, I don't want to print like this. I am trying to access each and every element from the array, so that the length of the array is 3 and the index starts from 0, 1, 2, so on. So this loop has to iterate, for loop has to iterate from 0, 1, 2, 3, never end will be included. So the I value initially it is 0. When it is 0, yes, it is within the range. So A of I will be printed. What is A of I? A of 0. A of 0 is 1, 2, 3, let's suppose. A of 0 is 1. 1 will be printed at console and you are ending with a space, so that here it will wait. First it prints 1, then it waits. Then what happens? I value will become 1. Yes, 1 is within the range. A of 1. A of 1 is 2. 2 will be printed and it takes a space, and I value will become 2. A of 2. A of 2 is 3. 3 will be printed and then it is I value will become 3. 3 and 3 not within the range. So the control will come out. This is how you can create and iterate array elements. You can access array elements with the index. Let's say the array length is 10. The index will be from 0 to 9. If you want to access fourth element, suppose this fourth element, if you want to access, the name of the array is A and 4 index. Okay. This is how you can access. And if you want to add any elements to the array, because in Python, arrays are dynamic in nature, means you can add whenever you want. So elements can be added to Python array by using built-in insert function. We'll be having insert function. By using this insert function, you can add the list of elements or an element to the existing array. More elements into array. Based on the requirement, a new element can be added at the beginning or end or any given index. In based on like wherever you want, you can add. Let's say if you want to add at the end, you have to go with append, as you know already. In order to insert, in order to add the elements, we will be having two functions, that is insert and append, where insert is used to add at specified index, but append is used to add at the end. Okay. Now, first thing, you have to import the array, then create the array which with containing 1, 2, 3 as elements. You are printing integer array before insertion. These are the elements star a. In order to print the elements, we use star a, and a dot insert 1 comma 4. This prints only elements, whereas if you have given a, it prints something like this again, array of I comma 1 2 3, like this it will print. Okay. If you want to print only elements, you have to use dereference operator. And a dot insert 1 comma 4. 4 you want to insert at one index. Generally your array is, let's say, 0 1 0 1 2 3. Okay. Initially the elements are 1 2 3. You are trying to insert at first index here. So it is dynamic in nature. This place it will make it as empty. 2 and 3 will be copied to the next position, and 4 will be inserted here. Now the new array is 1 4 2 3. Okay. We have used star A and star B for unpacking the array elements. This is packing. If you want to unpack, you have to use star A and star B. Accessing array elements. As you know already, items in the list and tuple are accessed by using the index number. Here also, with that operator only, with this operator only, we use access items from the array. First, you have to import the module and store the elements into array A. Then print a of 0. So whenever you store, it will be stored into array as 1 2 3 4 5 6 so on. So it is at index 0 1 2 3 4 5. Print a of 0 means it returns 1. At console, print a of 3. A of 3 is this 4. And b is equals to decimal array. See, this is, as you know already, we have created D for double array. Double means with the decimal points. So 2.5, 3.2 and 3.3 as elements. B of 1. B of 1 will be having 3.2. So 3.2 will be B of 2 at second index. 3.3 will be written. This is how you can access the array items. And if at all, if you want to remove any elements from the array also, you can remove. Elements can be removed from Python array by using built-in remove function. It will raise an error if the element does not exist. Remove method only removes the first occurrence of the searched element. Let's say in this array we'll be having 1 twice. At 0th index we'll be having 1, and at third index we'll be having 1. But remove is a method which is used to remove the first occurrence of the search element. To remove range of elements, we have to use iterator. And we'll be having one more function, that is pop. Pop function can also use to remove and return an element from the array. Okay. By default, it removes only the last element of the array. To remove element from a specific index, specific position, index of the item is passed as argument in the pop. Okay. But by default, it will be removed last index. Okay. Now, we have an array containing 1, 2, 3, 1, 5 as elements. You are trying to remove the one value, not index. This is value 1 you are trying to remove. Value 1 where it is first occurrence. Here it is. Okay. This will be removed. When you try to print the array, you will get only these elements 2, 3, 1, 5. Now after that, you are using pop method to remove at index 2. Pop, let's say you have given array dot pop, you will be having 2 one more time, let's suppose. Then the last item will be removed. Pop up, the last item, an element from the array. Okay. Whereas if you have given any index, that index item, not like that. If at all, if you have given pop without any index, the 5 will be removed. Okay. Pop 2 means second index, whatever the element is there, that will be removed. So second element means this is removed anyway, 0, 1, 2, right? So this will be removed. So the resultant array will be 2, 3, 5. Okay. So this is how you can remove the elements by using two methods, remove and pop. And if you want to get a portion of the array, portion of elements from the array, you can slice. In Python array, there are multiple ways to print the whole array with all the elements. But to print specific range of elements from the array, we use slice operation. Elements from beginning to range. Then you can use from the beginning means we don't specify anything. Let's suppose this array contained 10 elements. Let's say if you want to get from the beginning to 5, so then you may get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 will not be included. Always you remember, index 5 will not be included. 0, 1, 2, 3, so up to 4. Up to 4 means this. So 5. Okay. From the end, elements from the end, if you want to use, you have to use negative index. -1. Okay. And means 0 to -1, so that it prints all the elements. Starting is 0, up to -1 means up to the last it will print, means up to 9 it will print. 1, 2, 3, 4, so on till 9. Elements from specific index till the end of the use. Let's say I want to print from 5th index to end. Don't mention the end. Then 5th index will be having 6, right? So 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. You can retrieve this portion. Elements within the range, you can use start index and end index. From 2 to 7 if you want to retrieve. 7 will not be included always. From 2 you will be having 3. So 3, 4, 5 means 3, 0, 1, 2. 2 means 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 up to 7. And to complete the list, if you want, just specify like this. The whole list will be printed 1 to 10. Reverse order, if you want to print, starting don't specify, ending don't specify. The default step is -1. Let's say if you have given starting, ending not given, and step you have given 2, then it prints by 2 increment, 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, like that step. So this is what this. Let's say if you want to search for an element, whether it is existed in the list or array or not, we have first you have to import the array. Then after importing, create an array with the elements. If you want to search whether the array contain 2 or not, then array dot index method. Array we use built-in index method. This function returns the index of the first occurrence of the value. This is a value. First occurrence of the value at index what? 1. So it returns 1. And array dot index of 1, where exactly 1 is 0. In other programming languages, you have to iterate in loop. For you have to iterate, and then if a of I equal to something to print found, otherwise means found equal 0, coming after coming out found equal 1, break. Then after coming out, if found is equals to 1, element found. Otherwise not these many lines of code you have to write, but this makes very easy with the Python module, Python language. And if you want to update the elements in the array, we will be having If you want to add any more elements, you can add, or if you want to update any value, let's say you have created an array of containing these as values 1 2 3 1 2 5, and array index 2, this you want to update with 6. So give the name of the array and index with the new value. So this value will be updated with 6. When you try to print, you will get 1 2 6 1 2 5. And if you want to update at index 4, index 4 means 3 4, this element. This element you are trying to update with 8. Then the new items in the array is 1 2 6 1 8 5. Okay. So this is how you can update with the index. And if you want to different operations, see, Python, plenty of methods we have so that we can complete our work easily when you compare with the other programming language. That's why nowadays Python is popular language. First you have to import the array in order to use the functions which are included in this. And now you have created an array 1 2 3 4 2 5 2 as elements. Count 2. How many times, how many number of times 2 encountered? 1 2 3 3. So you'll be having a function count to count given item in the array. Reversing elements. So you'll be having a built-in method that is reverse. It reverses the array. But in other programming languages, you have to write at least 4 lines of code. Extend the array. If you want to add a list of elements to array, you'll be having a function that is, it is the list of elements of an array, collection of elements of the array. If you want to add a few more elements, list of elements to this existing array, you can use a built-in function that is extend. So that a new array will contain, for the existing array, these elements will be added. Okay, when you print together, array will be printed. Thank you. If any queries, please let me know.